Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a face in a light source, and we're doing a darker light source on one side with moderate ambience or illumination on one side. So if you have an oval going, please use very light strokes to start this off. We have other videos as well which touch upon this exercise of putting down a face in a light source. Very important exercise and essential art. So it's best to start with a generic face. So what we have is chin, eyes, nose right around there, some features like these lines here, generic mouth, chin, and of course we have the ears right around there, and we have the dome. You could do a few things going into this, but right now we just put down the core features. And then we grab ourselves a pencil and start with the tones. So the light source we choose is this, coming in this way. So everything on this side of the face will be in shadow. So we could determine with light crosshatch. If there are any areas that we would like to leave illuminated, most likely in this intense dark on the opposite side, there will be very less of a light source going. So realistically, if it is a generic face, if there's a face with very accentuated features, then in that case we might have one or two features standing out in this kind of a light source, but generally if it is stark black on the other end, we are going to probably see an image along these lines. So we are also okay, so we have gone back and forth putting in some crosshatch here, right around the eyes for sure. In this case, in the case of this face, they will be toned here. there'll be some tone perhaps here. If there's a bulge, there's definitely a tone right there. There's tone going into the ears. And depending on if the person is bald, then we do not need to put a tone here. If he has hair, then we could just color it. So you could give him hair, and that's also okay. It's part of a generic exercise. Of course, depending on the type of hair, some strands could stand out. So for instance, if a person is wearing gel, the strands will stand out in the light source, and in which case it will be a more detailed exercise, but we are going to decide if we do that or not. Right now the face is our main subject, and now we're just going to heavy up the tones on this side, because the dark, pretty much that it'll go like this. So it's dark all around, right around the face, like it's all pitch black, it's all dark. So a little fade there going toward the light source, otherwise pitch black dark. In certain faces we could show variations here. For instance, if the forehead is raised somewhere, we could put in certain tones around those lines, but not necessary in a generic face. Making those darker as well. And fading out here on the bulge of the chin, going back into dark tones. And of course, depending on if there's any striations here, most likely it's just going to be a flat tone, like so, except for that little bulge there. Giving the person an eyebrow, giving the person generic eye. Depending on, again, how accentuated the features are, tones going inward from that cheek. I have a little spot there, I'm sorry about that. So and yes, I did not mention that, I forgot to mention that right around here as well, for this thing to really work, we need to have dark tone right around, all over, like it's pitch black. This is not pitch black enough, not yet, but that is the idea. And then some under chin tones right there if necessary, depending on the anatomy. So there we have it, quick generic face in a pitch black light source and formidable light source on one end, and pitch black on both sides essentially, but on this side pitch black in terms of shadow and light source. So thank you for watching. Please do catch up on the other videos as well that are we have, like in which faces are illuminated from different angles. Please subscribe, keep in touch, have yourself a wonderful day.